up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Breen, and with me, as always, my dear friend, co-host, and award-winning actor, Braden Bullard. Braden, how are you, man?
David, I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing?
Fine.
Yeah, just fine.
Just fine.
Okay. Yeah. Not feeling like you need to take over an entire species or anything, right?
I mean, it'd be sick.
It would be actually pretty cool.
Be sick. We talking like Hitler style?
Yeah, but like to a different species, so it's not as like
ants?
Yeah, no one gives a fuck.
Ants, yeah. You ever see there's a video of a guy who, he's like, what if every NFL team was named after the animal with the highest population in that city? And then he was like, took it through. He's like, all right, here we go. We're going to do them all. The Miami Ants, the Jacksonville Ants, the Atlanta Ants. Like everything was ants.
Yeah,
everything was ants.
I was
it was
thinking
great.
there's going to be some rats.
I was like, huh, this is going to be interesting. And then I realized like 5 in, I was like, oh, they're all going to be ants because
there's trillions of those
ants.
fuckers.
All right.
Yeah,
I like this guy. I don't shout out to whoever that was. I don't remember who he is.
But were they different kind of ants, though?
No, every single one was just ants.
Ah.
That was what made it good. If he picked different ants,
like black ants, fire ants,
it would have been like, oh, he put a ton of work into this. Like, it's not that great.
Yeah.
He just went ants.
I never knew there were so many species of ants.
Yeah. I didn't want to learn anything. I wanted to just be like, yeah, it's always going to be ants. It's not a single city where ants.
Hey, guess who?
Isn't it?
It's ants versus ants.
Oh,
Super Bowl 69.
Let's go.
Woo! Hey, but ants are really cool, bro. Have you ever seen the way ants work? Not to get into ants, but they just...
I saw the movie Ants. It was the guy who married his daughter wife.
Yeah,
that guy.
I know what you're talking about.
Woody, whatever.
Oh, yeah, Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, yeah. Daughter wife, Woody Allen. He did Ants.
Yeah. And ants had one of the most traumatic scenes growing up. Like, at that point, when I was like 4, I've never seen something so traumatic. When they went into like the beetle hive place and there was an all-out war and like they would stab the beetle and then the blood would pour out and it would disintegrate them. I swear to God, dude, I remember watching that and had like a feeling like, this is crazy. This is fucked up.
For me, it was that scene in Deliverance.
Yeah.
Where Burt Reynolds got raped.
Dude.
Had to squeal like a piggy. That was the most traumatic childhood movie scene for me.
How I never got to ask him about that scene, you know, is a missed opportunity.
I mean, he would have been annoyed.
He would have, and that's the thing.
You would ask him.
Some 14-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid. There's no one else even close to my age at this acting school. He would have been like, you're not even supposed to be here.
Yeah, he's like, you're asking me about rape. Fuck you, kid.
Yeah, bro. You know how many times I've been asked?
Yeah.
From some dumb.
I was the bandit.
Yeah.
All right.
I was the best.
I was in the longest yard.
Dude,
I jumped the Indian Town Bridge.
He was the sexiest man alive at one point.
Yeah, still is.
Yeah. Naked on the...
He's dead. He can't be the sexiest man alive.
Come on.
Yeah,
alive, yeah. It still is. Whoops. But, dude, him being naked with all the hair... Have you seen that magazine cover, bro?
I don't think there's a person that hasn't seen that magazine cover.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and then Will Ferrell impersonated it. He did his own. It was like in one of the movies.
Fuck Will Ferrell.
A lot of people be saying that. I don't know what's the deal against Will Ferrell.
Nah, I got none. Just
big
you brought up
Will
Ferrell and fuck him felt natural.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan.
Dude, he's good.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. But fuck him.
Yeah. In that scenario, yeah.
Yeah, totally. All right. Well, nice.
So, Dawn?
Dawn.
Of the Planet of the Apes?
I'm ready to dawn on some apes. I was about to say rise up, but then I was like, that was last week.
Last week was rise. This is dawn.
Yeah, yeah. So last week...
How you going to dawn on them?
I'm going to throw out some ideas, and then after some time, it's dawned on me. Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
So, David, we're talking
money?
We're talking that ape money, bro.
I wish my memory was better for things that don't involve like the Miami Dolphins and wrestling and the Marlins
or random quotes from movies.
Yeah, because if I remembered the budget from last week, I could at least get close.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the budget for this here film was $90 million.
Higher. A lot higher.
The budget?
Yeah.
How much did it cost to do this fucking movie?
Dude, honestly, when I'm looking at it now, way too much, bro.
What is it?
$170 million, bro. 170. And, like, don't get me wrong. There's some pretty cool
it's
scenes.
Cool. It's badass.
There's some cool scenes.
I don't know where 170 went.
That one or two scenes has got to be where it went.
Yeah.
Because everything else was so CGI that, you're just... there was, besides a couple scenes, the majority of it wasn't that practical. I mean, you might be shooting in practical scene. Like
170 million.
Yeah, bro.
Make 500?
More.
Good.
Yes.
700.
710.
There we go. They happy with that?
Oh,
fuck it. Guys, spend 170. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, dude. And at this point, they should have been popping out more of these fuckers, bro. I mean, the fact that it's
$540 million profit.
Dude, this movie was from 2014. It's 2024.
It's 2024.
And we're just about to have the second one from this movie. Took 10 years to just pop out two more of these bad boys, and they're making $500 million off of it? What the fuck?
And I feel like War of the Planet of the Apes had to have been closer to 2014 than it is to today.
Yeah.
I didn't come out after
probably
COVID.
2018. Yeah. Yeah, so look at that.
Fucking A.
It's some bullshit what you're feeding me right now, okay? I need all the Planet of the Apes.
Gotta have every planet. Every fucking planet.
Yeah. So, David, guess how many fucking awards this thing won? Last week there was like 21 actually.
How many did this one have?
17.
17
fucking wins.
What was the...
Well, they were nominated for an Academy Award for
go.
Best Achievement in Visual Effects. Because once again, they were like still kind of like ahead of their time in a way for doing a movie
they were,
to this scale.
Sounds like they weren't the best that week or that year.
Yeah.
Probably not that week either.
Yeah. But they were nominated for a couple of Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Film Awards. But don't worry, because we got a winner from the Annie Awards for Outstanding Achievement in Character Animation in a Live-Action Production. Daniel Barrett, Paul Story, Utati Tema.
What were they nominated for in the Oscars?
It was for Best Achievement in Visual Effects.
Do you want to know what won?
Yes.
Give you one guess. And me giving you one guess should give you the answer.
Avengers?
I think I'd give you one guess, and it would be the Avengers.
Didn't they come out in 2000?
Interstellar.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, come on. I give you one guess?
Dude.
And you don't guess Interstellar?
Bro, that's a missed opportunity
Yeah.
for me. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, Interstellar should have won.
Oh,
This was cool.
100%.
Interstellar. Visually, Interstellar was bananas.
Yeah, that was...
It's got Matthew McConaughey dumbing shit down for a lot of it, but visually spectacular.
Just for another random fun fact about Interstellar, every frame of every second, there's 24 frames in every second when you're witnessing the black hole, took 100 hours to render every frame of every second of that black hole, and it is the most perfect example of a black hole that we have. So they actually use it in college and universities to study black holes. They're like, look at this. This is the best representation of a black hole. Let's use it to study from. So just goes to show you why they won.
Yeah, suck it, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, weren't good enough. But they were good enough for the Critics' Choice Awards because they won Best Visual Effects.
Those critics don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, because there was Interstellar. But we're going to get to the Satellite Awards. They won for Best Film Editing and Best Visual Effects. What the fuck, Satellite Awards? Your Satellite Awards.
I mean, now that I know Interstellar was the same year, any visual effect award this one wins, I'm just like, well,
especially
they're
something
wrong.
with the similarity with satellite in the name, you know? Like,
Yeah,
what the
hey,
fuck are you doing?
Fuck you, Satellite
Missed
Awards.
opportunity, dude. But Santa Barbara, they gave a fucking winner for visual effects. Fuck them.
Fuck Santa Barbara.
Yeah. Oh, we got
Fuck Sidecar Donut.
There you go. But we got film
Braden
composer.
and I, when I visited Mount Ellie, we did a little date. Went to Sidecar Donut. They had a pretty good nitro brew cold brew.
Dude,
and I forget the donut they had.
It was sick.
It was some kind of like bizarre fruit donut.
Yeah.
And it was like maybe mulberry.
Yeah.
Maybe huckleberry.
There you go.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
It was I still, this was
best.
was 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I still think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there was another one where it was like crummy, cinnamon, and then crunchy. And it was
Yeah, that's the crummy, cinnamon, crunchy donut. It was really good.
Woo! Okay, so I love those fucking donuts, but
They're the best.
so fucking good. But we got another winner, film composer of the year, Michael Giacchino.
Giacchino, you fucking guinea.
Yeah, that's a crazy name, dude.
He composed a good movie.
No, for sure, he did good. But you know who else fucking did better? Andy Serkis, because he won the best actor for playing Caesar. Yeah, that guy from the Empire Awards. Look at that. Oh,
Sounds like a black award.
This is gonna
show.
piss us off, bro.
Right?
The Visual Effects Society Awards. They went dumb with it because they're literally dumb. They gave outstanding visual effects and a visual effects driven photoreal live action feature motion picture for the people in fucking Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, as well as outstanding performance of an animated character in a photoreal live-action feature motion picture for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. You know, what a missed opportunity. And outstanding compositing, that thing.
Well, but like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes showed up. It's one of those. They're like, oh, they're gonna come to this thing.
Yeah.
Let's not give
him one.
Let's not give Hans Zimmer and all those and Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Let's not just throw awards at them. They're never gonna fucking look at these.
Yeah. But they won another Outstanding Visual Effects Award at the Hollywood Post Alliance.
I mean, thank God for that alliance.
Yeah, dude. If it wasn't for them.
She was on edge until they aligned.
Yeah. We would have been mayhem without them. But they also won at the Indiana Film Journalists Association Awards for Best Vocal Motion Capture Performance. Andy Serkis. Look at that. Oh, wow. Denver, don't give a fuck about them, even though they won Best Science Fiction Horror Film Award. And then I'm going to give you guys one more because we're going to the Golden Schmoes. They won Best Special Effects of the Year at the Golden Schmoes Awards. So.
And they were nominated for Best DVD Blu-ray of the year.
Man, those things.
That's
you gotta.
good. That's different than movie.
Yeah.
I guess it's got like extras and stuff. Is that what they're rating it off of?
Yeah.
They're like, the commentary on this was pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's good commentary.
Good commentary. There was a New Zealand award, but we don't like New Zealand, so fuck them.
I ain't got no problem with New Zealand.
You know?
Nah, I ain't got.
The rugby team's really good.
I ain't got nothing but love in my heart for New Zealand. Nothing but love.
Damn. Well, there you guys go.
Yeah.
If there's anyone out there in New Zealand that, wants that love, David's got it for you. So, David.
Are the ratings in?
Dude, the ratings are in, and they are rating. All right, so IMDb gave it a 7.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 88%. Metacritic gave it a 79%. And them Google users, disappointing, gave it a 77. That's pretty low.
Yeah.
Especially compared to, usually the other ratings are like super low to even bring Google down just under 90%.
Yeah.
They're at 77. Who the fuck went and was like, I fucking hate Gary Oldman in this? Thumbs down.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the one. This is where I drew the line.
Yeah, you were like,
I was
tiptoes.
like, thumbs down, yeah.
was
Roll
the
of
top.
Lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
now
just-
they're just,
He's doing dog shit now.
yeah. I get it. It's
Yeah,
upsetting.
What do you give it?
I give it, because last week I gave 7.7, right?
I believe you.
Yeah. This week, I'm going to give it a 7.8. 0.1 higher, David.
Last week, I gave a 6.5.
There you go.
Giving this a 6.4.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I liked Rise better. This was cooler.
Yep, I was just about
for
to say
sure,
the same thing.
For sure. Definitely cooler.
Yeah.
It's kind of just way in the future and a bunch of shit happened between the two movies. I don't love that.
Yeah, same.
And this movie didn't have the Trinity Killer or the Guard, who is my they have Guard Light in this movie, Guard Very Light in this movie.
Yeah.
Who still, I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of what he brings to the table.
That guy does bring some shit to the table.
The guy's nuts.
It's a liability for sure.
Oh my God, he's fucking worst.
Yeah.
But the Guard in the first movie is just such a ridiculous, nonsense human being.
Yeah, and I actually completely agree with you. I think the overall story and the way that the story was filmed and told to us in the first movie in Rise, I think was actually better, and there was a better full circle to the whole thing. This just is cooler in a way. You know, it's
for sure.
And then some of the visual aspects of this film is pretty cool too, that we get to see kind of like how the apes live and like the way I call it the ape empire, their fucking little hut, their facility, their empire, you know?
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool looking. Now I'm like, okay, that's cool. But overall, I agree with you. I think the story and some of the characters are better in the first film.
Yeah.
Some of the humans, there's just not much given to them to work off of.
Yeah,
in this
the
film.
humans are. It's not even close.
It's almost like they're constantly being like, okay, try to be as casual and realistic as possible in this scenario, and it's always.
But then
like,
also way unrealistic.
Yeah, but exactly, because they're trying to almost keep it like too subtle, too casual. When like a lot of times, you know, I feel like you'd be freaking the fuck out. I mean, he did freak out. I mean, I'm not even trying to. It's less of the acting, more of the way it's just like kind of written. It's like very subtle for these characters sometimes, and there's just not there's not enough.
Yeah, I don't like the people.
Yeah, the only dude I fucking like, other than the liability, is the cool black guy. That guy's cool.
Yeah,
no,
he's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gary Oldman's cool too.
Name a black guy who isn't cool though.
No, exactly.
You know, you
but
can't.
That's
you
why
fucking can't.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's disappointing about this is like his character was cool. We could have had more of him.
We should have had more.
Should have had more of him. But they were like, his purpose was just to be that cool guy.
Yeah, they were like, we can't have a black guy
carry the story.
Be the main character.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Not in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
We can't have a black guy be the main
That's
character.
actually, yeah. I mean, well, that's a, what is it?
Racist?
Well, conundrum in a way. It's like, it's weird because it's like you almost put yourself in a corner there.
Yeah, why cast him at all is what you're saying. Yeah,
Well,
I get it. Yeah,
I'm saying that's probably what they
I
thought.
disagree with you,
No,
but like
no,
that's what you're trying to say. Like, why cast him in the movie at all when a perfectly good white actor could have done that role?
Well, it's funny.
That's what you're trying to say.
It's funny because I call him the main white guy, right? Because he's just like the typical white dude.
You call the black guy the main white guy?
No.
Yeah.
I call the main white guy the main white guy because he's a typical white guy.
Yeah,
He's like too typical white.
he's not at all.
You know,
He
you don't think
befriends
so?
apes.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
white as fuck.
I don't know a single white guy who's ever done that.
Bro. Steve
Talking
Irwin.
apes.
Steve Irwin.
I
Bro.
don't think he befriended apes.
All the time.
He tried to befriend a fucking stingray. What
Yeah.
happened?
Got stung.
Fucking killed him.
Dude, that shit's fucked. I saw those photos. There's actual photos of it, and it's wild. He's like 20 feet above this thing, too.
Our internets are very different, you and me.
Yeah.
You're always looking at death.
Yeah, it's dark.
I'm
over
more
here.
like, hey, who's a free agent that the Dolphins might pick up?
I'm like Anakin.
That's my shit.
Right as he's like borderline. He's like really mixed with the Force, and he's like, which side should I be on?
Like, well, let me watch someone get their head cut off.
I'm like, all I need is a little Palpatine talk.
Well, I walked in the other day. Brayden's just watching a beheading video in his living room.
Yeah.
And he's just like, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking nuts. I wouldn't look it up. But
Beheading videos? I
dude.
don't. Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro.
Remember in high school, kid showed me a video. I was like, hey, man, don't show me stuff like this.
Yeah, I'm like giving kids trauma.
The person got their head cut off. It's horrible. I don't want to see that ever.
Live Leaks is still around, people.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it's leaking.
Yeah, Brayden's always on it.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to look at. But it's time to look at some apes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's jump into it. It's all right, guys. So it's the opening, right? Opening of the movie. Whoa! We see they kind of did this half-ass. I didn't really like this too much. They really quickly short clipped a bunch of shit showing how humans have basically fallen apart and how the virus that they were giving the apes that were turning them smart is called ALZ-113, and then it ended up being known as the simian flu. And it's basically just showing like a bunch of world leaders being like, oh, find your evacuation routes, like be ready for the pandemic, all this and that. And they're going into martial law, showing that they're losing power across the world. Lights are going out and shit. And then we hear those who didn't die from the virus died from fighting. And you're hoping it's from apes, like fighting apes, but no, it's just fighting each other, right? It's just humans fighting humans. Then we get the title, pretty cool little title. Then we see Caesar.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Thanks, David.
That's the title.
We then see Caesar painted with his face, looks sick as fuck. He's up in a tree.
Caesar looks fucking awesome immediately.
Yeah, he looks so cool. There's lightning going off. You're like, it really builds up.
They're up in the redwoods. Like, it's just fucking awesome.
Immediately, his son is like, now, father? And Caesar's like, shut the fuck up. And then tells everyone to like, basically wait. So we're seeing like, oh, so I've never been so hyped in a film to kind of be let down in a way.
I have.
Yeah.
The end of the movie, The Gray, Liam Neeson tapes a knife in one hand and a bunch of little shooter alcohol bottles and then breaks off the tips and he gets ready to fight a fucking wolf.
Let's go.
And then it cuts to black and the movie's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was more let down then.
Oh, yeah, that was a big letdown.
You can't end the fucking movie like that, The Gray.
Yeah, that was a big letdown.
Conversely, Beast with Idris Elba, there's a badass lion fight.
Yeah. They're like, let's give it the same thing,
and let's make it awesome.
Yeah, and we'll make him black. He's just gonna be so cool. Oh man! So Caesar then gives the cue, and he just starts like screaming, and all the apes start swinging from tree to tree, jumping through, and we see that they're hunting elk, and there's thousands of fucking apes,
and it's a good because if you guys remember the first movie. It opens with humans hunting apes like this.
Good point.
And this one opens with apes hunting elk.
Yeah. Which I
can't wait to see what the third one opens with.
Yeah. It's always the opening scenes, I feel like, in these movies that are sick as fuck. But they had some coordinated kind of like attack to where like some apes would be in trees and like draw the elk in a certain way, and then other apes would come across and try to cut them off, and that did not work. Apes are getting bulldozed by these fucking elks.
They're just standing there. The elks are coming full speed. They're just like, come on!
Caesar has like
that bummed me out. That bummed me out because I was like, what? This is really like Caesar's this genius ape.
Yeah.
This is what he planned.
Yeah. Like
he's like, we're just gonna outforce him there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him running, and then just the apes are gonna be stronger.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was bad. He should have been like, you guys got to spear them. Like, get the spear ready.
I'm not gonna scare them.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a spear.
Stay in the trees and just
fucking boom.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We'll get a few of them for sure.
For sure. There's 1,000 spears.
Yeah.
But instead they got them all running. And apparently Caesar is amazing with like a sling. It's like some weird sling with rocks.
It's the thing that that hot blonde girl that I thought I recognized, but I totally didn't, taught Anthony Anderson and Jerry O'Connell.
There you go.
Bolo.
Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell is Bolo Man. Before he died of the virus, he showed Caesar how to be Bolo Ape. And then Caesar became Bolo Ape.
That's a beautiful connection right there.
Yeah.
But, and that's why they showed it, because they wanted to kind of touch upon that.
You always got to do a callback to Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
Name one movie that doesn't do a callback to Kangaroo Jack. You can't.
Yeah.
Every movie does a callback to Kangaroo Jack.
You got to honor that.
Every single one of them.
There you go. I love it. But we see that Caesar fucking slings the elk around the feet, and the elk goes like falling down kind of like a small hill. And then as they're like trying to walk up to it, all the other apes are hunting the other elk, and Caesar and his son are walking up, and Caesar sees some bear markings on a tree. So he tells his son to wait. Obviously, you're going to tell your son to wait. Son does not listen. He walks up to the elk to go like put it out its misery. Sweet of the son, I was like, okay, that's excusable. I get it. And then a bear comes out of nowhere and sideswipes fucking Big Show Bear Paw, the fucking chest of Caesar's son. And Caesar's son, it's the Big Show. And Caesar's son is like ripped up, but like, scared as fuck as well. And immediately Caesar jumps on the back of the grizzly. The grizzly knocks him off, like, the fuck off me. And Caesar's trying to like defend his son, kind of standing between him and the grizzly. And Caesar starts like screaming, calling for help. And who hears him? Koba. And Koba runs over with the spear.
If you guys remember from last week, that's Fucked Face.
Yeah, it's Fucked Face. Ape. One eye. Yeah, one that was tested on.
He's probably too big of a player in this movie for Braden to have remembered that he was Fucked Face and to have called him Fuck Face. So he's going to be Koba.
Yeah.
I got to imagine he's going to be Koba the rest of the way.
I did mark him as Koba.
Yeah, but that's Fucked Face.
Yeah, Fuck Face. So Fuck Face.
Fucked face. Like
Fucked.
like his face is fucked.
Yeah, it's no longer good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he runs, jumps off like the hill that we're kind of up on before, and just stabs this grizzly straight in the back. But the thing that Caesar does right before, he kind of like posts up to make the grizzly post up, stand up, and fucking spears him right in the back. Grizzly falls on top of Caesar, and then Caesar kind of gets out, and Caesar's son's like, oh my God, you're alive. And everything's all good, and Koba saved the day, which is kind of cool because it kind of shows that they're boys.
They're a fucking unit.
Yeah. Caesar tells his son, you got to think before you act, and immediately he fucking gets upset and leaves. He's like, I'm not,
little
not
bitch.
listening to you.
That's what happens when you grow up and your dad's the fucking king.
Yeah. They get back to their
You're an
sick
entitled
ass.
little bitch ape.
Yeah. Dude, and that always happens.
Yeah.
If you're at the cream of the crop, the top, it's like the son recognizes it, and
Dude.
he's just a bitch, bro.
Dude, Prince Harry?
Dude.
Bitch.
Bitch. You hear that?
Oh, I don't want to be with my family anymore.
Oh, no.
I want to go live with Meghan Markle somewhere else.
Yeah. I don't see Prince Harry building a sick-ass ape empire because that's where we're back at now, dude. It is sick, bro. Like the weather, it's all like a rainforest, and it's like foggy. There's sharp-edged pieces of sticks everywhere. And it looks like they kind of build what's the game that people use?
Build-A-Bear?
No, build a block or something like that. The build a blocks, right? What the fuck are those
Legos?
things? No, that too, but the ones with the where you build cabins, small cabin, the
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs. Yeah, this looks like a big Lincoln log, but like a child stacked the Lincoln Logs together. You know, it's never really that well done when kids play with Lincoln Logs.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Kobo tells Caesar's son that scars make it strong, which is actually sick. I'm looking
Because
at
Koba's face is all fucked up.
yeah, this is how he copes with it. But I'm thinking the whole time, I'm like, dude, I wish I had some cool ass bear scar like that.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, just get a bear to. All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, we find a bear handler, and you have like a helmet and something to protect your throat.
Yeah.
You just go like that, and you just stand and you keep your arms back, and you just let it fucking swipe you across the chest. Then they get in there and they get the bear out.
Yeah. No, I fuck.
You want to do it?
Yeah. If you guys have a bear out there, ready to make some scars.
Bring it on over. Braden wants the scars.
Yeah, I love it. But we see the orangutan Maurice from the first movie teaching words and alphabet and shit to the young baby apes. And then we see Caesar's wife giving birth to their second child. And it's a beautiful fucking thing. It's funny because all the apes are dressed like spiritual healers or something, like doctors. They got like bones over their face.
Yeah, that was fucking great.
It's pretty cool. Caesar and Maurice talk about how far they've come and about how humans have destroyed each other, and they wonder if there's any left. And I think he says they haven't seen any for like 2 years or 2 summers or something.
2 winters.
2 winters. There you go. It's like, is there even winter over there? It's a fucking rainforest, bro.
Yeah, they're in San Francisco.
Oh, true that. Yeah. I blanked for a second. Yeah. Duh. We see the apes.
It's not like Toronto, but
No, yeah.
it'll get cold.
For sure. San Fran
Yeah.
gets cold. We see the apes trying to spearfish, which is pretty cool. And then on their way back, Caesar's son and the other ape come across a human. This guy is the fucking worst. He immediately gets startled, scared, pulls a gun out, and then shoots one of the apes, who we come to find out is Rocket's son, right? He was the big swole ape from the first film that ended up becoming Caesar's right-hand man. His son...
Caesar's bitch. Okay. I think it's a safer way to describe Rocket in the first one. Right.
Swole bitch.
Maurice is the right-hand man. Still is.
Yeah, Maurice
Rocket just got fucking cucked and looked like a little pussy. He's like, yeah, all right, Caesar.
Probably not in the beginning, but later on in the film, I grouped them together as the loyalists.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
They are the loyalists.
Absolutely.
But a few more humans show up to the human who just shot Rocket's son.
And so the apes just kind of stood there, like they were nervous. They didn't know what to do. They were like,
they're young. They're like teenagers.
Yeah.
So they were not used to humans.
Just bust a cap in one.
Yeah.
Doesn't kill it though.
And immediately he's like yelling like, help! Help! Yeah, and then we finally see the main white guy and like his family. Or the side chick.
The mom from The Americans.
Yeah.
Is the lady.
But
She's not the side chick. She's the mom from The Americans.
but not to be confused as the mom of his son, which I thought until like
she
halfway
is
through
the
film.
mom from the Americans.
Yes.
Those two kids, whose names I don't remember.
Yeah.
She's a Russian spy.
Yeah.
Her and her husband both. They started
I
a
watched a
family
little bit
in
of that.
America. Great show. Watch it all.
Yeah, it was pretty good, and I don't know, fell off of it.
It happens.
Yeah.
Watch it all.
Nice.
Watch
I
it all.
I will.
And watch
It's
The
supposed to be
Wire.
Russian?
And Russian.
Yeah.
It's Cold War shit.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. But we find out that they shot Ash. That's his name, Ash, which I thought was cool. Like Pokemon. Ash, got to catch them all, you know? That dude caught a bullet. Caesar tells the apes to wait, and then the main human character tells the other humans to put their guns down, which makes Caesar's yell at them, "Go! Go! Go! Go!" And then they fucking run off because there's hundreds, if not thousands, of apes surrounding them right now.
They've never seen an ape talk before.
Yeah.
Caesar said go
Yeah.
over and over again. They're like, we better fucking go.
They run so fast they drop one of their bags, which the apes pick up. Caesar tells Koba and some apes to follow them, like back to where they're headed. And they follow them back over to San Fran, which is funny because they went over the bridge, which is cool, a little callback.
A sunny day in San Francisco town.
Then we get our first little person. We see Gary Oldman tiptoe up, right?
His name's Rolf, and he's like, hey, how y'all doing? What are you drinking? Sylvia?
Yeah. And he says the generator isn't working.
Nah, Dylan, I think you better take care of that kid. You know, we all just want what's best for you, Dylan. And what a fucking circus of a character that was. He not only was he a little person, but he has a crazy accent.
Dude, I know he took the role, but like it just shows like how acting and filmmaking could just be like cruel, bro. Like that's so fucking.
He took that role thinking, I'm gonna win a fucking Oscar. Gary Oldman was pumped when he heard about that role.
He's like, do I know little people?
I'm just gonna find Bridget the midget. We're gonna see. Oh, she's fucking that huge black guy, and with the blue room with all the lights on and the glass in the middle of the party. What am I gonna do?
Oh my god!
Fucking crazy movie.
So they find Gary Oldman.
That'll happen in this movie too.
Yeah. And it's like they're at like a gate kind of thing as they're like pulling into a certain part of the city, and Gary's telling them
Real quick, you know what I like?
Huh.
I like that there's not a single little person in this movie. No goddamn way they would have lived.
No.
Are you kidding me? No way they're making it through all that.
Yeah, through all that shit. No.
I'm
no way.
surprised they made it through COVID.
Yeah. You're gonna have
Consider yourselves lucky. That's what Braden's saying.
Yeah, and then the main dude tells Gary Oldman that the generator is working and can be up and running or
The dam.
The dam. The generator though, I think he said at the time. The generator at the dam.
The dam, he said it'll be able to power our generators.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that. And tells him there's a problem. Get in the car. So Gary Oldman gets in the car, and they're driving, and the guy who, this is how I refer to him, the guy who shot the ape.
Just loose cannon.
Loose cannon.
Loose cannon.
Yeah.
Also, I love how
I also call him liability.
I love how ape isn't the first thing he says to Gary Oldman. He's like, yeah, the dam's intact, it'll work, but get in the car. I got to tell you some other shit.
Yeah, exactly. And says there was at least 80 of them, and that they spoke. Main guy tells Gary it was incredible, and the dude who shot the ape, fucking the liability, starts yelling, "Incredible! They're talking apes with big ass spears." I would be saying the same fucking shit.
You'd be saying it's not incredible?
Well, no, that
Because that is incredible.
no, it is incredible.
Yeah.
But like, I'd be like, they're fucking.
Yeah, but this guy, so like, main guy isn't saying it's a good thing.
No, no, totally. But it
Yeah,
is
he's
incredible.
just like, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That motherfucker spoke,
Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
Gary's like, all right, calm down. I don't know what you thought you saw or heard,
that's great.
but you got to calm the fuck down. All
Great.
right.
He's like, no, all of us saw it, you psycho. Don't gaslight us and be like, yeah, come on.
So
I don't know what you think you saw.
he starts freaking out about the virus and immunity, and the woman we find out, the side chick of Main Man, she used to work for the CDC. And
The mom from the Americans.
there you go. The mom from the Americans. She says,
You put some fucking respect on her name. She isn't side chick of main man. Also, his wife's fucking dead, so she's not the side chick at all.
She's the fucking side chick.
He's
David.
allowed to take another lover.
He's like, there's fucking mayhem. There's monkeys eating us. I'm gonna fuck this side chick.
Not a side chick. She's the main chick.
The mom from America, or where
the Americans.
The Americans.
Or Mom from America. I like Mom from America.
She's like, I used to work for the CDC. We're all immune. We would have been dead by now. It doesn't matter if the monkeys were here or not, or the apes were here. And main guy says, they're remarkable. And once again, Mr. Liability is like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And Gary says, all right, not a word. All right, we're not going to create a panic. All right? And no one talk about my littleness. So we see.
And I don't want to hear any questions about tables.
Yeah. We see the place where the humans live in San Fran. It's a fucking skyscraper. And we see Koba and a few other apes. Have followed them there and see where they live. Now we're back at the apes empire and are going through the apes bag, or the humans bag. And Koba is talking about how they must fight because they shot Rocket's son. And crazy enough, Rocket says he'll follow Caesar. He's like, I get it. They shot my son, but I follow Caesar. And they all start yapping. And then Caesar says, no! And then says very calmly, home, family, future. And like does some like sign language as he does it. And then he says, I will decide by morning. And then you can tell Koba is fucking pissed. He is pissed to say the least. And he follows Caesar and says to Caesar, he was a prisoner, they tortured him, and that, Caesar freed him, that he would do anything for Caesar, but we must show strength. And Caesar says, we will. Oh, no, it was there we go, yeah. Yeah, full-on arm grab. They're like, yeah, that's some unity. That's what I'm talking about.
Fucking right. They're a fucking unit.
Yeah. We now are in San Fran, and we see literally thousands of fucking apes show up to the front of the skyscraper where the humans are, and the humans are late to the party. I mean, the apes are there, and they just start blaring the siren.
Hey, they're coming.
Yeah, everyone's shitting themselves, and Gary Oldman says that's a hell of a lot more than 80. Then main white guy thinks he's the main character for some reason, and he just puts himself in the position to walk out, and it's
I love that. They don't just say, he's like, oh, hey. I'll sort it all out with the Ape King. Don't even worry about it.
It's great. He walks up. Caesar kind of meets him halfway, looks him up and down, and then just disregards him and just says to everyone else, and pretty loud, he goes, apes do not want war, but will fight if we must. And then Caesar's son delivers her the bag, and then Caesar says, ape home. Human home. Don't come back. And then they turn around and they all walk away, and we're like, whoa, that's some ape shit right there. And then when we're back at the human spot, there's fucking mayhem going on inside.
Did you say that? Sorry, because I was too busy to do my thing.
Yeah.
Did you say that they gave the one kid his bag?
Yeah. Okay. They gave the bag back. Yeah. And inside, humans are going fucking crazy. And Gary's telling him so much bullshit, bro. It's fucking insane.
Like, what the fuck was that, Gary Oldman?
Yeah, he's like, oh, don't worry. If they ever come back, they'll be sorry they did. No one believes a fucking word what he says. He's like, shut up, tiptoes. All right, I'm sorry. But they're saying,
like, shut up, Gary Oldman. You're a dwarf.
Yeah. What the fuck are you going to do? Yeah. But they're saying that they have all the firepower they need, and that, Gary's like, I'm scared too. All right, I get it. We've been through hell together, and we're almost out of power, and that dam up there is our only source of power, and we just didn't know they were going to be there too. And everyone's like, what the fuck are we going to do, Gary? And then he says it's about giving us the tools to reconnect and reclaim the world that they lost. And then that's it for the fucking the speech. Yeah, the movie.
That's it.
We see main white guy tell Gary Oldman, he's like, oh, that was a good fucking speech you just gave. But that is our only source of power. So you kind of fucking lied to him, all right? Like, we need to get that dam. And main white dude tells him, or Gary then says, hey, we'll have to fight, right? We only have 2 to 3 weeks left of fuel, and that we need that power. It's our only chance of reaching the outside world. And they said that they started this whole thing with the whole purpose of getting the power to be able to reach out and figure out what's like outside of San Fran. Main white guy says he's going back up there, and to give him 3 days, and says he's more than just an ape, right? Obviously, Caesar's more than just an ape.
Yeah, you saw that? Look at him.
Come on. Don't you want some of that magic dust, that magic powder?
Don't we all? Yeah. Gary Oldman.
Gary says, if you're not back here in 3 days, we're going up there and killing every last one of them. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You just saw them outnumber you, first off, and you're going to go to their territory where they can climb up trees that are like hundreds of feet high with spears, and you're going to just go and kill them.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Gary's full of it, and I'm not fucking having it. Now main white guy is packing. He's getting ready to go. I fucking hate this scene. It's the most cliche scene I've ever fucking seen. White mom from America is asking him, what are you going to say? And he's like, I'm going to tell him the truth. It's so fucking gimmicky, bro. It's so ridiculous. He says, if he doesn't try, there's going to be a war. And she just goes up and hugs him. And this is what I hate. I hate this because she goes up and hugs him as if this is the last time she's ever going to see him. And kisses him, and she's like, I can't let you go alone. He's like, you're going to let me. I'm not going to let you die here. And then the son just pops up in the door. He's like, no, I'm going with you.
He's like, hey, I'm coming.
Yeah. And he's like, all right.
No, he's like, no, you're not. You're going to stay here. And he goes, I'm safer there with you than I am here, and you know that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get addressed fully.
Yeah.
And what the fuck was happening to that kid at that camp?
Thank you. And on top of that, who goes with them? Mr. Liability.
He had to. He worked on the dam previously.
Oh, okay.
He's the only one who knows the dam. That was great. Because, like, when they said that, I was like, all right, well, that makes sense that why he's going to do something crazy, but it makes sense that he had to come.
But even then, you would be like, no, just teach him, and we'll bring that guy.
There's not enough time. You got to bring me.
Yeah. Makes sense. Now that makes sense. I actually didn't know that. I thought they were just like, we'll just have him come.
He worked on them. He's the only one.
Dude. So main white dude sets out on some main white dude shit and walks straight into the Ape Empire by himself. He tells everyone else, like, you're going to stay here now. And they do like another, like, oh, kiss me one more time before you go. And immediately, bro, or not immediately, but like halfway through the Ape Empire, a gorilla somehow pops up behind him.
He was waiting. He walked like through like an arch.
No, but
like an archway setup, and the gorilla just walks out. He's like, fuck you think you're going?
Yeah, stands up, and dude is so shocked that he just stands like face to face to him, and the fucking gorilla immediately is like, "Wah, wah, wah, ah!" And dude, hundreds of, I thought that was pretty good, first off, right?
It was solid.
Thanks, man.
Sound like a gorilla.
It was more apish than gorilla.
Far more, but it's okay.
Thanks. Yeah. But bro, hundreds of apes show up out of nowhere, and this dude is literally shitting his pants.
He's just like,
They did a good job. Well, it's kind of like a missed opportunity because he's wearing yellow, but he's covered in mud. They should have shown him shit his pants, but now we can't see it because he's covered in mud.
They should have eaten him. They thought he was a banana.
Yeah, pull off his arms and shit.
But it's a banana. That's the only yellow thing. Eat it.
Like 5 gorillas just grab him. Yeah, because he's yellow. Okay, now I was like, oh, banana just because they thought he was a fucking banana. I was like, oh, he's wearing yellow. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. But it's like 5 gorillas carry this dude into like the den, the main like, I had it written down in the courtyard of like the Ape Empire, and Caesar's up on like a thing. Yeah, it's a circle, and he's overlooking all the other apes and the main white dude. And main white dude went from so shitting his pants he can't breathe or speak to immediately being like, I'm sorry, I know I wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, well, he knew Caesar was the one to talk to.
Yeah.
And he'll show him respect.
Yeah, totally. But says, you have to hear what I have to say. and then tries to stand back up, and a gorilla just fucking throws him back on the ground. He's like, all right, get it. I'm sorry. And then says, I need to show you something. And Koba yells, human lie! It's so great, bro. It's so over the top. White guy's like, no, so sorry. He immediately thinks he's like fucking dead. That was like one of my favorite parts about this fucking film. And it's Caesar's just sitting there like, just puts his hand up. Every ape shuts the fuck up. And then says, show me. And they do. He takes him to the dam. And I don't like this. Main dude is way too excited explaining the dam.
Like, look at this.
It's a small hydro, right? And we reroute the power to the city lines, and we ran off nuclear power, but that ran off, what we've been running off, which is diesel generators and gasifiers. But if we could just restore this, we'll have power, and it's limited or whatever. And he's saying all this shit, and he goes to Caesar, he goes, do you understand any of this? And Caesar's like, the lights.
Yeah, it's like, lights.
You think I'm fucking stupid?
You want lights? I lived in a house.
Yeah.
I played piano with John Lithgow.
James Franco was one of the smartest human beings, right? He raised me. Main white guy says, I promise I don't want to take her home. As if he fucking could.
Yeah. He's like, oh man, I was really worried that was going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, we won't, but if we could just have a few others, and they're like, others? Like some of the other No. I mean, it's just a couple of us. And they're like, you brought others. And then he's like, no, just a few. And then he goes, if I'm just a threat, or if I'm a threat, just kill me. And they're like, dude, obviously you're not a fucking threat. It's just you, and there's 100 fucking apes surrounding you.
Yeah.
I got a gorilla right here. He can bench like a ton. You think I'm fucking worried about you?
They should have killed him.
They should.
That should have been. They should be like, all right.
Yeah.
Rip his head off.
Let Mr. Liability
rip
take
his head off and then just bring it back to the truck and toss it on him.
Yeah. That would have been actually pretty sick.
It would have.
And then a war would have went on, and then it would have been like, ah.
Yeah. Well, the movie would have been over.
Yeah.
And then it would have been War of the Planet of the Apes next week.
That's a good point. But hundreds of apes bring back main guy to his car, and immediately, Mr. Liability points a fucking gun.
He's like, nah, not around here.
Yeah. As if it was going to do anything.
Somebody's dying today, baby.
Main guy tells Mr. Liability, we have to give him our guns, but we can stay. And now we're back at the Ape Empire. It's kind of getting a little smoking ACs, but they're smashing the guns with stones. That's quick. We see that very quick, right? Like, we gave up the guns. Immediately, they just break them. Koba's upset that Caesar helped them, and Caesar says they seem desperate, and if we make them go, they'll come back and attack us. Koba says, we'll destroy them while they're weak. Caesar says, how many apes will die? We have one chance for peace. Let them do their work.
Let them do their human work.
Human work, yeah. Yeah, that's specific.
And then what did Koba do?
Koba shows human work. Human work.
Shows his,
human work.
Like points at scars that he has on him.
Yeah, and every time he says it, he gets a little bit louder until he goes, human work! Human work! And then Caesar...
The last one, it's great. He does his whole face.
Yeah.
Because his whole face is fucked up. Koba knows. He goes, human work!
And then Caesar just stands up. Doesn't do anything, just stands up and like gives him like a look. And then Koba just pipes down and then...
Caesar's not cool about it.
No.
He does the thing, like the handout, like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And Caesar, like, smacks it.
Yeah. And then Caesar tells his son that Koba only learned hate from humans, nothing else. Ah, yes. Main white guy is telling his chick, or mom of America, that he doesn't want this way of life or something like that for his son. They have like a stupid little talk. And then we cut to around the campfire. Like they're basically at a little human camp right outside the dam. And we're seeing them around the campfire. Cool black guy is starting to make a real appearance in this film. This is when I'm like, okay, that guy is a cool black guy. He's talking about the apes having an advantage that we don't have, like not needing heat, power, blah, blah, blah. And the fucking Mr. Liability is blaming the apes for the virus. And Mom of America, she's like, listen, I understand how this shit works, all right? It's not the humans' fault that
It's not the apes' fault.
Or not the apes' fault. It's the humans' fault that we implanted them with this virus, blah, blah, blah. He goes, spare me the hippy-dippy bullshit, all right? You're telling me that you didn't get sick to your stomach looking at them, huh? And
It's fucking tearing me up inside.
And didn't you have a little girl, huh? How did she die again? Or your wife, huh? And immediately, cool black guy's like, hey, shut the fuck up or I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. And Mr. Liability's like,
Just saying.
yeah, yeah.
Sound like apes, so.
Yeah. But then,
That's all it is.
and then before he walks off, he goes, oh, and I'm the asshole?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
the asshole.
I'm the asshole. Yeah, all I brought up was mocking how your loved ones died. Fuck you guys. And then we see Caesar and his boo thing. They're cuddling up with their new son.
Yeah,
And she's not looking too good, though.
Childbirth. Apes ain't supposed to be giving birth, I guess.
No, yeah.
I guess it's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, lady ape.
Apparently, they're not so strong and mighty now. Next day, we see main white
not
guy.
a single woman ape speaks in this movie.
And that just shows
Ain't that some shit?
Some sexist
So
shit.
sexism exists even among the apes.
Yeah, there needs to be a hierarchy system. And the women are lower.
Woman ape down here.
Yeah. Next day, main white guy, son, wakes up to an orangutan, Maurice, standing there with a bunch of other apes, just waiting for them to, just beating it, dude. And it's kind of weird, too, because Maurice's arm is so long. That's like the weird, like how far out his arm had to like bend for him just to beat
get in
himself
there
off.
and do it, but he does it.
Yeah, he does it.
And he comes a lot on that poor boy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, is he going to jerk off and not to completion?
No, but like all the other apes even were like, whoa.
Like Maurice, that's too many I've been building up to. All right? I've been saving it for
And
special occasion.
And the son loves it because then he ends up showing him a book and how to read and stuff like that. And
That was more of like, hopefully he'll never do that again if I'm
polite,
nice to him.
Yeah. And mom and dad loves it. They wake up and they're like, hey, look at that.
He made a friend.
Yeah. Whoa. Caesar shows up and is wondering where Koba is. And Maurice says he's still angry and that he's going to hunt. But really, we see Koba fucking scaling the San Fran Bridge because he's looking
Golden
for
Gate.
The Golden Gate. Yeah, actually, I was like, I'll just call it the San Fran. They'll get it.
I mean, they do. Like no one doesn't know that.
Yeah. But we see him going into San Fran, and Koba tells the other apes that Caesar trusts humans. Koba does not. And Koba and the apes swing up to two guys shooting their guns, and Koba goes to look deeper into what is like a fucking small military facility, basically. And he sees that there's so many guns. This is a plethora of guns and ammunition. And then the two guys see him, and he acts like a circus ape. He starts...
That's the best. That's the best, because like he's serious, and they come in, they're pointing the guns, and Koba's like, fuck. And just starts going fucking nuts and laughing.
Yeah. Just acting like a dumb ape.
Yeah.
And
they're like, you dumb ape, get out of here. Come on.
They drop their guns.
They're like, come on, get out of here.
And Koba just walks off.
Yeah.
Koba's like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah. All that human work. Koba goes back to the other apes, says they must warn Caesar. We see main white guy and the others in the dam, and the son starts asking side chick about her daughter. It's like, wow, bro, like really bring down the energy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
It's like, so you got a dead daughter, huh?
Yeah.
And she's like, come on.
I'm a son. I'm still alive.
She's like, I'm just fucking your dad, all right? We're not talking. You and I have no relationship, all right?
I like apes and fucking your dad.
It'd be sick if you were just not in the picture
That's
at
where
all.
the line's drawn.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking dad. It would be so cool if something were to happen to you.
Dude, and it's so great because a little okay, so I'll try to remember when it comes up, but we see them blowing something up and almost die in the tunnels in the dam, and then they're like crawling through these tunnels, but they blow something up and it like traps them in. And the apes hear it from like afar, and they come up and they help remove them. Funny enough, Rocket
They like pull all the rubble out of the way.
and Rocket is the first one to like remove the last block or stone, whatever, and he sees Mr. Liability who shot his son, and they're just like, "Fuck you." I'm surprised he didn't trap him, man. Just like, put the block back.
Couldn't find him.
Yep. But main white guy goes and tells Caesar and Rocket, thank you. And we see Caesar's youngest son crawl off of Caesar's son. and towards the side chick, which Mom of America and main white guy, and they have a cute moment. It's like this cute thing until Mr. Liability's got to fuck it up.
Mr. Liability's watching the whole time. He's like, what are you fucking doing? Letting that fucking monkey crawl all over you.
Yeah, enough.
Just fucking stop it. Come on.
Enough.
And he's fucking pissed immediately about all of this.
And then we see that baby ape go into like one of their briefcases or something like that.
Haters getting mad? Because I got me some baby apes.
Whoa. I was like, where are you going with this? What a callback. Soldier Boy, if you're out there, that's for you.
We know you are, Soldier.
You just inspired a generation.
Keep on soldiering, baby.
Yeah, you are the trendsetter. And Drake is just a stealing fucking
my favorite part of the Kendrick Lamar song. I forget how he says it, but he doesn't like it when Drake uses the N-word.
yeah. I love it.
This is such a great line.
We don't like it.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I don't like it when you say the N-word.
You're too light-skinned.
He says it well, and there's a flow and a rhyme to it, but it's such a great line to say.
Yeah. Shout out to Kendrick. I love that song. A lot of people are like, it wasn't elaborate enough. I was like, dude, I loved it.
It was great.
It was fun.
It was great.
Yeah. But cool black guy approves, but the dude who shot an ape, Mr. Liability, got saved by an ape, says, are you finished? Then sees the baby ape go into the case just to kind of bring us back. And dude who Mr. Liability starts hitting the baby.
So get the fuck out of here. Hey,
bro, you are
get
surrounded.
The fuck out of this case.
You are surrounded by hundreds of apes. Nonetheless, the leader whose son you are trying to hit. So Caesar runs over and like tackles him and starts like kind of beating him up a little bit.
So he grabs the gun.
Yeah, but then
there was a gun in the thing. He grabs the gun here.
Oh, okay.
Because then Caesar runs up and fucks him up and gets the gun.
I thought he got fucked up and then he grabbed the gun.
No, because the baby, we see the gun. Baby's about to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then he does that, and Caesar is like now pissed at Mr. Main White Guy.
Yeah, Caesar has the gun. It's the fucking best. It is the fucking best. Caesar points it at the main white guy, and he's like, no. And then he points it over at the mom from the Americans and the kid, and you're like, oh, Caesar, do it.
Let's do it.
Fucking do it, Caesar. Let's go.
Yep.
Just kill his family, and then be like, you stay here, and you work for us.
Yeah.
We'll use the dam.
That would have been fucking nuts. But instead he throws the gun in the ocean.
Fucking bullshit.
Bullshit. Main guy says he didn't know. He's like, I'm so sorry I didn't know. And Caesar yells, human, leave now. And Caesar fucking gets home to find his wife is super sick. And then we're back at like the human camp, and all the humans are so pissed off at Mr. Liability, especially cool black guy. He's like, you're a fucking asshole.
He's like, what? You guys just forgive the apes? This guy, zero accountability for like, yeah, I really fucked up. He's being a fucking cock about the whole thing.
Yeah. And they finally get him out of there, and they make him go and like sit in a truck. But as it's kind of happening, main guy's like, I'm going to go. I'm going to go talk to Caesar.
He's like, I'm going to talk. We need the dam.
Yeah. And no
I'm
one
going to
really,
talk to Caesar and straighten this out.
They don't try hard enough to stop him.
I'd be like,
they said they were going to kill you.
They're pretty clear they didn't want us there.
Yeah. And somehow he very easily gets to Caesar's like room.
No one stops him.
Well, like a couple apes kind of walk him there, but they're not like how they were first time, dragging him kind of
and
shit.
now there's been a conflict with this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is kind of crazy that
Caesar just pointed the gun at this guy.
Yeah. But and then Mom of America's there too.
She's like, I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm not raising your kid without you, so we're just both going to die.
And
all right, your little fucking loser son who's friends with the orangutan, yeah, I want nothing to do with him if you're dead.
Yeah, I don't even want to be around him.
Yeah,
he makes me uncomfortable. He keeps talking about my dead daughter.
The daughter, how he's not safe back at camp.
It's a lot of fucked up shit, dude. You got jizzed on by Maurice. Like, damn. So Caesar says, Caesar doesn't trust them, or doesn't trust you, whatever. And main guy says, I don't blame you, right? I get it.
Hey, preaching the choir here, bud.
Yeah. Listen, we used to enslave you guys. We tested on you.
I hear you. That's rough.
Yeah.
But what do you say?
But please help us.
We use that dam.
Yeah. Come on. Caesar allows them. It says, one day. You have one day. And then we cut back to the cam. That's
well,
when
Carrie Russell's like, why don't I, the mom from Americans.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't I help your wife not die?
yeah. And it kind of
And
cuts
he's
back
like,
and forth.
fine.
And this is when we see cool black guy like literally throw Mr. Liability in the truck and calls him a fucking asshole. But then we see
Calls him a faggot. He's like, you fucking faggot.
yeah, gets really personal.
Stay in the truck.
It'd be so great if it like really affected that dude too. Like
He's
that's
like,
what the fuck, man.
Fuck you.
So then we see Koba run up to Caesar's
Real
son.
quick, they put him in the truck. They just put him in the driver's seat, and he takes the keys out. They don't like handcuff him in there. They don't tie him. He never moves.
Crazy.
He does not move from that fucking seat.
I get it. It's a seat. It's comfortable. But you think you would still want to
The
get out and
driver's
walk
seat, I would
around.
sit in the fucking back.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whatever, I'm here. I'm going to stretch my legs out and go in the back.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, I'll sit at the fucking steering wheel. Fucking
Yeah.
psycho.
I didn't notice that too. So we see Koba run up and tell Caesar's son, humans are dangerous. Where is Caesar? And son says, with humans. And Koba's like, oh, not good. We see them all at the dam, and Koba shows up and is pissed. Immediately goes after the main white guy's son.
That's the best. Immediately goes in and just knocks the kid down. And the kid's like, hey. And he's like, oh, you fucking haying me?
Oh, you think you could jack off Maurice and not fucking
Yeah. Let's go get over here.
not
boy.
hear it from me? So then Maurice steps in. That's the whole thing. And then Maurice steps in. He's like, you're not going to... I like when he jacks me off. You're not going to fuck him up, right? Like, this is something I got going on with him.
That's my fuck toy. You're not fucking this up for me.
All right, Koba.
Keep it walking, Koba.
Yeah. So then Koba starts yelling for Caesar. Caesar! And then turns around. Caesar's just standing in the doorway, just staring him down. Then he says to Caesar, humans, attack your sons. You let them stay? Like, he's fucking pissed. Put apes in danger. Caesar loves humans more than apes. More than your sons. And Caesar just... and they start fighting, bro. They're going
so
at it.
it's slowly built to this point
Yeah. No,
that
totally.
Koba's clearly trying to draw a wedge between Caesar and his son.
Yeah.
And Caesar can tell.
But Caesar beats the fuck out of Koba. I mean, it's not even a contest.
It's fucking brutal.
like knocks him out basically, and then grabs him by the throat, and Koba's like literally not speaking ape no more.
Just gargling.
Yeah, and bleeding like out of his fake eye or broken eye, fucked up face,
Fucked face.
fucked face. Yeah,
And Caesar stops and he says, ape, no kill ape.
yeah. And they really did. The filmmakers did a good job of making us feel bad for Koba. They
Yeah,
show
Koba.
us like him just like in despair, looking up all the other apes are judging him, and he just feels like a fucking
Koba,
failure.
Koba rolls over with his head down and he goes,
Forgive
me.
Caesar.
Caesar does it and then he just fucking takes off.
Yeah,
He's like, fuck this place, man.
I'm fucking out.
This sucks.
I'm done with this.
Fucking worst.
Caesar tells his son he needs to listen, and then he immedially leaves. Like, this is not going good for Caesar right
I
now.
wish Caesar would have fucked him up.
Yeah, like
They're
grabbed him.
apes.
Yeah,
They're apes. Real world apes. Caesar's hitting his kid there.
yeah.
Hitting his kid bad. Like, you're like, oh, shit.
Then we cut back and we see Koba is just... We're back at the ape empire, and Koba's just down in the dumps. And then one of the other apes tells Koba, hey, you didn't tell Caesar about all the weapons. And Koba's like, neither were you. Fuckface. Calls him fuckface because he is got one of the fuck-
Insecure about his fucked face.
Yeah. Just shows how that works. But Koba sits near Caesar's son and tells him, your dad does not trust me. You must protect him. And as long as they're here, I fear for his life. Trying to drive now a wedge in between him and his son. Or the son and, Caesar. Main guy's son gives Maurice a book to read and says, that's for yesterday, big guy. And then Maurice kind of giggles like that. Thanks. But that's when he kind of teaches him how to read, and that's when main guy and mom of America's like, oh, isn't it so sweet? Some of the pages are sticking together. It's
great.
kind of weird.
It's great.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just
Yeah,
sweet.
and Maurice is pumped. He's honored. He's
Yeah.
like, he's holding the book to him like, I love this. We cut back to the guys at the military facility. Same two guys. They're shooting their guns. Koba comes back, starts acting immediately like a circus ape.
They're
again.
sitting there. They're drinking like moonshine or something together.
Yeah, they're getting fucked up.
Koba's great. Comes. He like just like kicks back.
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
Like lounging with the guys. It's such a well done scene.
Yeah, it's really well done. I mean, the actors, like, that's a dude. That's the thing. That's a dude in a
they're
bodysuit doing
They're
all
drinking, and Koba's like, woo. Pointing at, they're like, oh, you want some? Like, they go to pour him some. He grabs the bottle, starts drinking, and spits it all over him, and
Dude,
laughs. And they laugh.
And
that
then
would
he grabs
be
a gun.
real quick. That would be the fucking best.
Oh my god!
You're sitting there drinking, and a fucking chimpanzee comes up and it's just crazy friendly,
Imagine you had
chilling with you, trying to drink.
Dude,
Be fucking awesome.
I'd bring that dude everywhere with me.
Oh,
Koba would
absolutely.
be my main man.
Koba would never leave my
Koba,
side.
show him what you could do. He's sipping moonshine. But he grabs one of the guns, starts acting like he's being done with it, and then just shoots one of them. It was like, oh, and then just shoots the other one. Both of them dead, and he fucking fucks off after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. That's what I would do. I'd be that monkey. Like, yeah, yeah. I'll play dumb. Back at the damn main guy gets it working. Finally, just turns the thing. He's like, oh
No.
there it goes.
I just need to turn that this whole time.
And the power turns on. We then see Koba and a couple others riding horses with guns. Obviously, they stole some of the guns from the military facility. We see now the power is back on at a gas station. We got some of the main humans as well as Caesar and some of the main apes at the gas station. The son starts playing some music. It's a good old time. They're playing The Wait.
Take a load off, Fanny. Boo-da-boo-boo. Take a load for free. Doo-ba-doo. Take a load off, Fanny. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. And put the load right on me.
Yeah, great song.
Great song.
Main white guy says to Caesar, they're going back to the city. And Caesar says, trust. So now they've built trust, which is sweet. Koba sneaks up on the dude who shot an ape, the Mr. Liability, and beats the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Guy's still sitting in the driver's seat of the truck.
Yeah.
He's like smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Koba murders him.
Yeah. Caesar brings the main humans back to the camp to show them the lights back at the city because they're like up on a hill that can like overlook the city. Pretty cool. Everyone is happy, including Caesar's wife, who is feeling better with the baby. This is the fucking moment where it all comes together. Everything's great, and then it turns to shit.
No, hold on. He's smiling. He's happy. He looks over, sees Koba. Him and Koba exchange smiles.
Yep, and then Koba lifts up the gun and shoots him.
Caesar falls.
Yeah, just like, what the fuck?
Far.
Oh, so far. You'd be dead. You'd be pancake dead. But he's not.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, jumped the gun there.
Come
My
on.
bad. Moving a little fast.
We find out, movie time, we find out like 15 minutes later that he's not.
Yeah. You might think he's dead. Caesar's son sees
The gun. Koba like drops the gun and fucking books it
so
real
then
quick.
he grabs the gun. He's like, human gun! And then Koba runs up as if he wasn't a part of any of this. Or Maurice looks to the humans and goes, run. And then Koba jumps up on like the platform that like in their courtyard and shows, or it says, humans killed Caesar. Go get them. Apes must attack human city. Fight back. Fight for Caesar. And then Koba tells young woman and young, stay in forest. Rest. Go to city. And they do. It's go time, baby. We see Koba embrace Caesar's son. And then humans hide under a tree as all the apes are running towards the city. I mean, they got fucking lucky here. This is kind of like in Jurassic Park where they do the same thing. And all the fucking the velociraptors or the certain fucking...
Just jump over him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them notice.
Yeah.
Bullshit. The scent alone. Apes got great scent.
Oh my god, they're fucking dead.
All dead. back at the human facility, everyone is celebrating. They got the power on, music flowing, beer drinking, everything's great. And Gary Oldman gets his iPad working and sees all these photos. He's fucking crying. He goes down to the communication center, and they're basically getting in touch with some other, with some other people. As this is happening, some dude runs up to Gary Oldman's like, bro, they're here.
You're not going to believe it.
You're not going to fucking believe it. And then they start sounding the alarm.
So the apes, before they got to where Gary Oldman was, they attacked like the base where all of the weapons were.
Yep.
So they're now attacking with fucking machine guns.
So it's kind of like, if I'm ever in a scenario and they're like,
Against
hey,
apes?
Brittany, what would you do? And I'm like, I'm going to grab all of the guns, go back to Corbin's room, grab all the knives, I'm going to lock the door, and I'm going to set up.
What would you do before you grabbed anything, though? You're so scared, so
I'd
you
piss my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that, exactly. Like, obviously, you're going to piss your pants.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
that's like almost like a given.
Yeah, always, every time.
You got 1,000 apes with guns and machetes showing up to your front door.
You're gonna piss your pants.
You're gonna piss your pants.
And you're gonna run back to Corbin's house, grab all his knives.
Yeah. You're going to lock the door and you're going to set up.
You're not gonna give David a single knife.
Nope.
David's fighting him with his bare hands.
I got knives in my pockets. I got knives everywhere. But the apes take over the military facility, like David said, and they're on their way. And right as Gary Oldman finally sees them, they all just start shooting. And then, I would have loved to see at least a few of these apes get shot by their own kind.
I'd also like to see them not know how to use guns.
Yeah.
Because they've never used them before.
And that means
immediately they're all just like, yup.
While riding horses, which means they all learned how to ride a horse and shoot a gun simultaneously.
Yeah. Call them bullshit.
They did take the smart drug. I don't know. Maybe it's a movie.
Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
That's part of the smart drug.
Yeah, I don't know. But one thing that isn't a part of it is reloading a magazine. Because after that first round of shooting, there's no way they're using those guns anymore. Where's the bullets?
Yeah, no.
What the fuck no?
They're like,
There is way too
thought
much.
it just went on forever.
Yeah. There's way too much ammunition in these guns because it just seems like these clips, these magazines will never end. But the humans start shooting back, bro, and I will give this movie their props. They showed some monkeys die. Right?
You got to.
Well, you thought PETA would have stepped in and been like, no, you can't show the monkeys get shot. No, they're fucking dying, okay? They're going to die.
I think you overestimate the reach that PETA has on filmmaking.
They probably got some reach.
I'm sure they stepped in, but they were like, hey, we're spending $170 million, PETA. How much money do you think we have to fight you on this?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
They're like, all right.
So right before this, though, I didn't say.
You can't show the scene where Gary Oldman sexually assaults the ape. You can't show that.
Yeah.
Deal.
You got to take that out. It doesn't even go along with the story. It's just Gary raping a fucking.
They did that because they knew. They're like, well, you got to give him something. Let's have a crazy over-the-top rape scene and be like, all right, we'll take it out.
We'll work with you. Yeah.
See, we're not that bad.
Yeah. But Gary Oldman says, right as this is beginning, we are survivors. And they may have grabbed some of our guns, which how does he know that? Oh, they walk it. That's what it was. But it does not make them men, which is crazy to say, and that they will not get through these doors. And immediately they start shooting at them, and they start almost winning. But the humans start firing back. We start seeing fucking apes get exploded and shit. We actually see a shot where Caesar's son's like, what am I doing? And we see this gorilla carrying like 3 apes.
The apes start giving up.
And they get shot. And then the gorilla gets shot. It was, Oh,
the apes start giving up.
Yeah. And that is when
Koba
goes crazy. He grabs a horse, kicks another ape off a horse, grabs a horse, grabs another gun, has 2 guns, and he's shooting simultaneously both of them at the fucking wall, and almost hits every human.
He's riding the horse through fire.
Yeah.
He's doing the most badass shit ever. A fucking tank comes in.
Oh, but before this, all the other apes see him, and they're like rejoicing, like, yeah. So they start charging.
It's like when Benjamin Martin started running through with the American flag.
Yeah.
They were all like, yeah.
Yes, Braveheart.
No.
Or
Patriot. Benjamin Martin.
Yeah. Mel Gibson. Woo! But yeah, so they start almost kind of win. Like it keeps kind of swaying from one side to the other. But then the humans get another one up because a tank starts rolling through, like David was saying. And dude, 6 shots. We literally see like 20 apes get blown up.
Fucking them up.
Yeah. But right before this happened, Koba starts celebrating that all the other apes are starting to press up too, and he looks over to this other ape who's also celebrating on top of a bus, and the bus just explodes. I loved it.
Sick.
And it was like, just showed that Koba didn't give a fuck either.
Yeah, Koba's
he's ruthless.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Koba then's like, all right, well, this tank's going to be a problem. Why don't I solve that shit?
And he gets in there.
Runs over, so there's a guy on the turret, and then there's a guy on the thing. Koba just fucks them both up. Now he's running the tank.
Yeah. It was fucking sick.
And it's like a cool, like we're on Koba's shoulder.
Yeah.
Almost. It's not a full POV. Like, we're not behind him. We're on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's just he's spinning around with the turret.
And
going
then
nuts. I was spinning around, going nuts.
And then he takes out.
I tried to rip the Wright brothers off the ceiling, brother.
Damn, brother.
There you go. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I did this last week.
No, yeah. I remember that. I remember that. It was nice. Yeah. Yeah, but then they almost break down the front door. Or they do break down the front door.
Oh, they break
with the
it.
tank. Koba does it. Koba is the main man.
Koba is
He knew what
awesome.
the fuck he was doing. And he won. They get in there, and they immediately start taking all these humans as hostages and shit. Gary Oldman's at the top still just looking down like, what the fuck? I'm fucked. We see the main white guy, and Fam finds Caesar at the bottom near the water, looking like E.T. at the bottom. Remember that?
Yeah.
All fucking just...
What I liked,
Oh, no.
So Caesar looked dead,
And then just looked over.
but it was very subtle look
Yeah.
over. It wasn't like most movies where like the person,
no.
the thing looks dead, and then when the people come up, they're like, oh, he's dead, and he's like, he's like an over the top thing like that. Like Caesar just kind of like moved his eyes towards them. They're like, oh shit, he's alive.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it was realistic.
Yeah, I like that. They get him in the back of the car, and they somehow Caesar is able to tell him where to go, and they get to Caesar's old
Before
crib.
the main guy's like, man, I don't know why so and so would have done that. Blah blah blah. And Caesar goes, no, human not shoot Caesar, ape shoot Caesar.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you gotta live because
Yeah.
no one's gonna believe that.
Yeah, no, exactly. And somehow, though, Caesar is able to direct them to his old crib where he used to live with James Franco.
I mean, Caesar remember that shit.
Yeah, but he lost all this blood. He's like in and out of consciousness. But they get there. But the reason why I really was saying that
He
too
knows.
is that the house was completely covered in trees. I don't know how far in the future this is, but
10 years.
you think that
Yeah,
all the
to
homes would get
some
taken
degree.
over like that?
There was a whole like tree canopy in that neighborhood already.
True.
So that street would have gotten taken over by shit pretty
But
quickly.
it's like you can't even see the house.
It's like vines and shit. It's not like new trees. It's like branches from the trees getting overgrown and then vines growing all over the house.
Is you can only see the front door
There's
and then
not-
the very top window.
Yeah, but there's not like a new oak tree that's just going through the house that grew through that. Like it's all just overgrowth from the surrounding stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're there, and they bring him inside, and immediately the son of the main dude sees that, holy shit, this is Caesar's crib, because he sees him in a photo with James Franco. Really, he says, holy shit, that's James Franco. We're at James Franco's crib. We see the apes going crazy in the city, finding humans in like a certain city hall building, and one human was trying to defend the other humans from the apes, and Koba grabs the thing from the human and tells one of the other apes, Ash, to kill the human. And Ash says, no, Caesar wouldn't want this. And then Koba acts like, oh, it's all good. Puts his arm around him. It's like, it's all good, bud. Yeah. And then just grabs him, throws him on the ground, drags him up to over like the
Drags him
whole
up the
building.
stairs and up to the top thing.
And then throws him.
Yeah.
Just throws him.
Throws him off a balcony and kills him.
Yeah. He fucking splat.
Koba set the tone there.
And all the other apes see, so they're like, all right, we're not fucking with him.
All right, well, I guess Koba's in charge.
Yeah. But Koba says, Caesar, gone. Apes, follow Koba now. We then see thousands of apes pushing humans through the city. Pretty cool.
Braden kept saying, he's like, man, this is just like Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
I said, you can't say that, man. He's like, no, fuck you, dude. It's just like Blood Diamond. Are you kidding me? It's like the ape rebellion, just like in Blood Diamond. I was like, dude, you gotta stop. You gotta stop making that connection. He's like, no, fuck you.
All right, it's just like Avatar, but, like what the avatars with the humans, but the apes are the avatars. Yeah, there you go. Boom.
No, you were being racist because you associated black people and apes.
Whoa.
As the same thing. That's what you did.
I would never.
That's what you did. Apes aren't blue.
They're not.
Apes are blue.
Blue, if I bleed, I would die. Blue. I forget how that song goes. But Caesar has him take him to James Franco's crib, which I already said. Yeah, which is overgrown with See what you did, David?
I mean, you didn't. You tried to move past. You weirdly were like, we'll find Avatar.
If I was blue.
As if that was a similar joke. I'm doing all of this filler for you to find where the fuck you are, and you're still trying to figure out the words.
I knew where I was.
I'm blue. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta make noises.
All right, I found my spot. So the wife of America, whoever the fuck her name is.
Mom of America.
She says, we need to operate you now because I'm from the CDC. I know what I'm doing. But they don't have the tools. So main guy's like, he's the most important character in this film. I need to go save his life. I'm going to go risk it for the biscuit. He goes back to the fucking San Fran fucking skyscraper where all the humans are, or where the humans used to be, where now fucking overrun by apes. And he's dipping, dodging, ducking, sneaking.
Dodged up, dip, dive, dodge.
Yeah, that shit all around it, and none of the apes see him. I mean, it's crazy. There's like a fucking 100 apes that go flying by him in all different directions, and none of them spot him.
They got nothing.
He grabs the shit, and after he grabs the shit, he looks down the hall, and he sees Caesar's son, who points the gun at him. Yeah. And doesn't.
And then puts the gun down.
Yeah, then puts the gun down.
And goes to walk away.
And this
he's like,
didn't
wait. Your dad's alive.
I didn't like that. He waited until Caesar's son decided not to kill him, to be like, hey, your dad's alive and I can take it. What if you just got killed?
Yeah.
Caesar's dead. Caesar's
like,
son's dead, probably.
I'm going to die here, so be it. All right, this little bitch isn't going to know his dad's alive if he kills me.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that, dude. It's the wrong decision. But Koba says, you ape prisoner now. You will know life in cage.
To all of the people that they have in a cage.
Yeah, but
so they have
like
everyone outside in like a big caged-in area.
Yeah. And then says, more human out there. Go find them. Fucking, that's Koba all day, bro. Caesar sees Caesar's main men all locked up, which are known as the Loyalists, because they're loyal to Caesar.
Caesar's son is doing sign language with Maurice. And Maurice is like,
protect yourself.
Too loyal to your father. Protect yourself.
Yeah. Now main white guy sneaks into a train station tunnel thing to get to the human facility to retrieve the medicine.
We're way past this.
Oh, yeah.
Main white guy brings Caesar's son to meet.
The reason why it seems like it's very smoke and AC.
I think you just jumped the gun because the gun thing wouldn't have happened.
No,
and you couldn't find the gun
was
thing.
Before that.
Yeah, it was all before that.
Yeah.
So he brought Caesar's son to Caesar. Find that part. No sense in backtracking. He brings Caesar's son to Caesar. I'm going to keep talking and you'll find it. He brings Caesar's son to Caesar and they hug and he's like, whoa. And Caesar's like, what's going on out there? And he's like, Koba is going fucking wild.
Yeah, pretty fucking crazy. But he also has his son. So Caesar's super happy that, his son's with him and asking about his wife and his other son. And his son says, oh, they're safe. They're all good. Caesar tells him that his son Koba did this to him. And then the humans start to operate on Caesar. Caesar's son tells him he's sorry, blah, blah, blah. Caesar says, no, I am to blame. I chose to trust Koba. I always think the ape is better than human. I see now we are much more like humans. But where's the fuck is Koba? So Caesar's son tells him they're at the human facility. And Koba took one of the loyals as prisoner and killed Ash Rocket's son, which fucking sucks. And I don't like this because we don't get to see that Rocket is affected by this, right? We don't really get
Rocket's
to see it.
Fucking prisoner.
Yeah, true that. But I just wish we would have been able to see him kind of like react to this or have some vengeance.
Man, Rocket ain't shit.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
You little bitch.
Caesar's son tells him they're at the human facility and Koba took one of the... Or I just said that, Jesus. Caesar's son tells him to let him help and Caesar allows. We see Caesar's son put Caesar's marking on the prisoner. Oh, we already got there too. So now we're freeing the humans.
No, we didn't do that.
Yeah, we saw...
He draws like the window for Caesar on the thing. And that's so all on the bus window where all the loyal apes are. And Maurice sees that. And Maurice gets, because he remembers he was locked up with Caesar. here knows that's Caesar's thing. So he's like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, good shit.
It's about damn time.
Yeah.
So now we see the humans in a cage, and then the loyal apes in the bus start rocking the bus, trapping the guard apes underneath the bus, freeing the humans out of their cage. There's one ape shooting.
Here's what I don't like.
Huh.
The humans run out of the cage way too quickly.
Yeah. It was like too easy.
Like they.
You would be more
None
like,
of them hesitated. None of them were like, there's still apes right there.
Yeah.
I don't know that orangutan is gonna be on my side of this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be fucking sketched. There's gorillas coming out of like the fucking
I'd be like,
bus.
I'm gonna chill back for a minute, see what happens.
Since they're going to chill back, I think we should chill for a minute.
All right, guys, but hey, don't you go anywhere. And we're back. Hey, Derek Cheater, fuck you. Where are we at in this movie?
Oh, David, I got the fucking spot. So one thing I wanted to say...
because you don't have the spot, so you want to say stuff?
No, about the last scene is when he was freeing the apes out of the bus, he was getting shot at by like another ape. And the shots were so fucking bad that Caesar's son wasn't even moving. He was like...
Because apes don't know how to use guns.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
like, this is fucking crazy.
It was just a funny small detail because like Caesar's son wasn't even like trying to move out the way or like worried about it.
He's just like,
No, everyone still come out here.
Come on.
Come on.
He's not going to touch me.
Yeah, he's not going to hit us. Don't worry. But we are, Caesar's reminiscing in his old bedroom about his past life. And I fucking hated this. He finds a video camera and it's somehow after 10 years just has full battery life or just battery.
Had some battery. It wasn't full.
And
that'd have been silly.
Yeah.
All right.
And it just shows like this past scene of him and James Franco hugging, and you know he had a great fucking childhood. But then main guy interrupts, and he's like, "Hey, who was that?"
He goes, "So sorry to interrupt.
Who was that? And Caesar says, "A good man like you." And then
He's
that's
like, "Oh,
yeah, and
dude,
that's so sweet." But then we hear Caesar's son show up with the loyalists. They tell Caesar to the home, like in San Fran, and they tell Caesar that they took the woman and the younglings, and the main white guy tells them like that Koba took the women and the youngins, and the main white guy tells them they can help, and that they're taking the train station tunnels to the city, and as they're doing that, they start to get shot at. So they kind of like go off to the side, and main white guy tells Caesar and the loyalists to go above ground and trust, right? So main guy ends up yelling, "Oh, it's me, the main guy." And Gary Oldman's like, "Huh, the main guy?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm the main guy."
Main guy.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, come down then. I mean, you should have just said that you're the main guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should just be running around going, "Main guy."
So he walks down there, and the main guy sees that Gary Oldman is setting up bombs underneath the skyscraper. That
I got C4.
Yeah,
Kill every last one of those motherfuckers.
Of what used to be the human facility, which is now the ape facility, kind of in a way. So they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna bring the whole fucking thing down, all of them in one shot." We see Caesar now climbing up to the top. He's having some difficulty because he just got shot like a day ago.
He's climbing up the thing as if it's me climbing up the thing. Like, he's really struggling on the rungs. He's exhausted.
Yeah.
And you're like, Caesar, you shouldn't be doing that. None of this stuff.
Yeah. We cut back, gets a little smoking AC. Main white guy casually grabs the rifle and points it at them.
I loved this.
Yeah.
I love how instead of trying to talk to them, he immediately is
like,
"There's no way they're going to believe me."
Yeah. And there's no way they're going to take what I
Grab
said.
the rifle and just start pointing it at them just quietly.
And then once when he gets their attention, he says, "I'm sorry, but I can't let you do this. We need to give him a chance. We need to give him some time. He's up there right now." Gary goes, "Who's up there?
Who the fuck is he? Why are you pointing a gun at me?
What are you talking about? Hold up. Are you trying to say that fucking Matthew McConaughey is up there? What are you?
My brother?
My brother with
Villain is here?
Yeah, and what's her name?
Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah, they're up there right now?
Dude, we put the gun down. Let's go.
Yeah, come on. But no. Gary Oldman comes to find out.
Steven, not Dylan.
Yeah. It's Caesar, baby. But Koba and Caesar come face to face, surrounded by all the other apes at the top of the skyscraper. And Koba says, "Apes, follow Koba now." Caesar says,
No place for Caesar here.
yeah. Caesar says, "Follow Koba to war." Koba says, "Ape win war. Apes together strong. Caesar weak."
Koba's making sense.
And Caesar says, "Oh yeah? Koba weaker." And bro, that just set the fucking tone. That set it off because
Koba's like, no.
Koba ditches the gun, right? Because he's like, "You think I'm fucking weaker?
Yeah.
Fuck you." And
Koba so easily could have just been like,
yeah. Who's weak now,
like,
bitch?
I'm in charge, guys. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you just were. We're not disputing that.
Yeah. But he kicks Caesar, double kick, ape kick, and they start fighting. They're going back and forth, but Caesar's hurt, right? So he's kind of getting the short end of the stick here. He's getting beat up.
He's fighting smartly, though.
That's exactly. He starts getting beat up, but then he starts using his wit.
It's like Triple H. He's the cerebral assassin. That's what he is.
He's going to go after the injuries because we see that Koba, what ends up happening before I even get there is...
Are we downstairs now?
Yeah, we're back downstairs. Dude, Gary Oldman, he tells main guy, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Which is fair.
Yeah. They attacked us. Main white guy is like, "Because he wasn't there. He's there now.
Who the fuck is he?
And then it's so funny that some random dude starts to just barely move in the background. "Sit down, Freddie. Sit the fuck down." And Freddie's like,
That's great. Gary Oldman is overstepping for someone having a gun pointed at him.
Yeah.
This guy moves and he's like, no.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman knows I'm not going to kill him.
Yeah.
You don't know shit. Sit the fuck down.
yeah, dude. Like, this is the only time the main guy, like, raises his voice, gets anything other than, like, the same tone throughout the whole film. This is the only time. No other time was he fucking freaking out, really. It was this. Caesar ends up saying that he trusted Koba like a brother, and Koba says
Hold on. Did Gary Oldman do the thing?
No.
Okay.
So it cut back.
Right.
And then Caesar says, trusted Koba like a brother. Koba says he fights for apes. Caesar says, "Koba, no ape. Koba, fight for Koba." And then Caesar ends up using his wit, like we were talking about, and starts hitting Koba in his injury, right? Because, actually right before, where did that happen?
Yeah, that happened. Gary Oldman is holding the detonator to all the C4.
No, it didn't have. This is from something else.
Okay, so he
no.
just...
So what
he just
happened
injures
earlier?
Koba?
No. So what happened is Koba threw down a piece of equipment and it knocked them both down. This is before the Gary Oldman thing.
Okay.
So then they went and fell when they fell.
Koba fucks himself up.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So I kept getting confused about that too. But we are now back.
Whatever.
down.
Well, Gary Oldman does some stuff.
Yeah, Gary Oldman does some fucking shit. But right before this, they're now hanging from chains. Caesar and Koba. They're just hanging from
the
chains.
old chain hang.
Yeah. Gary Oldman says it doesn't matter. The military from up north are already on their way, and when they get here, it's going to be a fucking war. And then Gary grabs the detonator really quick. Yeah. And then puts it above his head.
And, like, the main guy's trying to reach it. He's like, oh, you're not tall enough, are you? He's like, come on. Stop it, Gary Oldman.
And then Gary Oldman says, "I'm saving the human race," and presses the button in a big fucking explosion. Main guy just kind of dives down.
Yeah,
and he's safe.
Yeah, he's cool.
Everyone else is fucked.
Also, we don't see a single ape die from this.
I hated that. Yeah. And
Gary Oldman did that for fucking nothing.
And like some stuff comes crashing down for sure, but not the whole
enough.
building.
Not enough. Gary
Yeah.
Oldman, I guess he didn't get to finish setting up the C4.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, at least I'll go out with a bang.
Yeah, at least I'll die.
Yeah.
That's what it's really all been about.
But yeah, basically everyone survives, and Caesar is saving a few apes now, and then Koba.
At least I'll die, and if I kill at least one ape, it'll be worth it.
That's right. But Caesar's saving some apes, and then Koba grabs a gun and starts shooting at him, kills one of the apes, and Caesar kind of like takes cover, and we see that Koba starts shooting at Maurice and Caesar's son, and actually ends up clipping Maurice in the face. But Maurice's face is so fucking weirdly shaped that it doesn't matter.
Face.
It's so weird.
And it does nothing to Maurice.
Just like clips him on the end. He's good. It's like a piercing for him. But then, Caesar's not going to take any more of that. He can't watch one more ape die. So he turns the corner, runs and jumps like 20 feet and just spear tackles Koba. We think that, like, Caesar's hurt.
Like I used to do the Braden back in the day.
Oh, dude. Yeah, off the double bounce me off the trampoline, then he would jump off the trampoline. Yeah, fucked up. But Koba is a strong ape hanging by a steel beam, and he's having a tough time pulling himself up. But I guess it's because of his injury. He keeps kind of being like, my fucking injury. And then Caesar walks up to him. He's like, who's the big man now? Huh? But Koba says, ape not killed ape, huh? Yeah.
Sounds pretty
Right? Like you said earlier?
Sounds pretty fair.
Yeah. And then Caesar grabs his hand, pulls him up. Like, we're all thinking, like, oh, he's going to save him again.
I wasn't thinking that for a second.
Yeah. I get it. I get where your mind's going.
Yeah.
And he tells Koba, you are no ape, and drops him. And he doesn't just fall straight down. He bounces off
Koba
of shit.
because he's an ape, he like grabs onto something.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I like that. But it just breaks off too.
It was gonna be like as if like, because why would that kill him? There was stuff for him to grab. It wasn't just straight fall down. An ape is gonna figure that scenario out.
And he lives. He swings to safety.
Yeah, he dies.
Yeah, he fucking
like a bitch.
Yeah, we actually don't see it, which is a little disappointing. I really wish we would have seen like him.
Well, tune in next week. Maybe he's there.
Maybe. All the apes rejoice with Caesar as their leader again. Caesar sees some of the apes grabbing main white guy and yells, "Leave him!"
They're like, Jesus, all
Fuck,
right.
damn, dude. I didn't know you still had that much energy.
Oh, man.
Main guy tells Caesar that a military is coming and that if they don't leave, there will be all-out war. Caesar says, war's already begun, baby. An ape started war, and humans will not forget.
Will not
Caesar
forgive.
Yeah, we're not forgive or forget. Same thing.
It's not?
I guess it's not. Yeah, but
because The Rock can forgive.
That's right.
But The Rock will never forget. Then he gives Stone Cold a rock bottom.
Yeah. He's the final boss.
Yeah.
You must go before fighting begins. I'm sorry, my friend. That's what he says. And main guy says,
So Caesar's just like, there's no way we're not going to have to go to war with the humans here.
Yeah.
So this wasn't my goal, but like, look at fucking downtown San Francisco right now. There's no talking our way out of this one. We're going to war.
And this is when this movie just turns 180 and gets like super gay. So main guy says, I thought we had a chance. Caesar says, I thought we did too. And then Caesar, you're not going to let me caress your face, bro?
No, I'm not going to caress my face.
Caresses his face, pulls him in, and then gives him a kiss. And they like pucker up for like a few seconds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's a touching moment between man and ape. And it just shows like this full circle, right? Then Caesar turns around and he starts walking towards the rest of his apes. There's fucking hundreds of apes where the humans used to be, so now it just shows that total 180 flip for that too. And then Caesar turns around one last time. Main guy isn't there. Felt like there's a missed opportunity. If I'm main guy, I'm coming back. I'm be like, hey, dude, like take my number or something, or like I'm gonna be over here. Like maybe we should meet up in like 5-10 years.
I befriended the king of the apes.
Yeah,
that's
like,
pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave it on this note. Like, if humans even survive, this is like the surviving Oprah story that fucking it's gonna make it or break it for me.
Absolutely.
Like what a missed opportunity for main guy. But Caesar, turns back around. And basically just gets embraced by all the apes, and then we get an extreme close-up on those beautiful green eyes.
It's a pretty sick close-up.
Yeah, and that's the end.
Guys, that's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. We did Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
But now it's time.
Hold on. Is it Dawn for the Planet of the Apes? And Rise for? Because it is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn
according to
of
Google.
the Dawn.
So the next one is War 4.
Yeah. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That's what it is.
This one's for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
War for the Planet of the Apes, guys. Do you want to watch War for the Planet of the Apes before we do a podcast on War for the Planet of the Apes? You should watch War for the Planet of the Apes before we do a podcast on War for the Planet of the Apes. Here's where you can watch War for the Planet of the Apes before we do a podcast on War for the Planet of the Apes.
Shit.
It says Hulu, YouTube, Hulu with a subscription, Sling TV and Amazon with a premium subscription, YouTube with a primetime subscription, Fandango, Google Play, Apple TV for $3.99 each. It's also available on Disney Plus and on Max, but Google doesn't want to talk about that, but I know it's on those too.
Yep.
Guys, War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, Google, get your shit together.
Yeah, Google.
Man, that's
Jews.
a lot of apes, David.
It's a lot of apes.
A lot of apes, but not enough honey. Now, we had honey a few weeks ago.
We didn't. Our complaint of that was that there wasn't enough honey.
That's what.
Might have been no honey in it.
That's probably why I feel this way right now.
Yeah.
I haven't had honey in fucking weeks, bro. Months.
Yeah.
I need fucking honey.
How often do you have honey?
Dude, I used to fucking all the time.
How often do you eat raisins?
Never.
I eat a box of raisins every morning.
Bro.
Yeah.
They're so weirdly
That's how I start my day.
chewy.
A box of raisins.
Not for me.
Yeah. Every morning.
Good for you.
Brayden, let's say someone's watching this right now. They're listening to this right now, and they're like, hey, I fucking loved Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I can't wait for War for the Planet of the Apes. But there's, I don't even remember a date. There's a day in late May.
10th.
No, it's definitely not 10th. Fuck you, 10th. It's maybe 26th. But I didn't want to say 26th if it wasn't 26th. Now you're going to make me look?
The Kingdom of the Planet
No,
of the Apes?
you fucking cunt.
Oh,
right?
damn. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
What am I setting up for right now? But they're like, maybe on May 27th, I want them to do my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Brayden, how would someone, if they want us to do their favorite movie on May 27th, go about asking us to do their favorite movie on May 27th?
You just got to DM us.
Where?
On Instagram.
We have an Instagram?
Fuck.
What is it?
56 Kings.
Hold on. So at FIVESIXKING
S.
on Instagram?
It's so easy.
Oh, it's so easy, guys. Send us a fucking DM.
Dude.
And
slide.
tell us the movie.
Yeah.
You pick the movie on May 27th. And, like, in the meantime, it's Brayden or I who are responding to that DM.
Yeah.
That is until we get a Dean of Discipline. And if you're watching this right now and you're like, Dean of Discipline, I think I'd like to do that. Well, you're in luck, guys. The position's available in the pay. 10% of all future earnings of the 5-6 Kings. 10%, guys. That's like buying Microsoft in the 70s. Brayden, what did people do who had the opportunity to buy Microsoft in the 70s and didn't?
They killed themselves.
They fucking killed themselves, guys. Don't kill yourselves.
Come on.
DM us at 5-6 Kings and apply to be the Dean of Discipline.
And if you got discipline, then you're not going to kill yourself. You're going to have the discipline to stay alive.
And you're going to be disciplining the fuck out of people. You'll be deaning that discipline all goddamn day long.
God, I wish I was a dean of discipline. I just don't have the discipline.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. And I could never be a dean of anything.
But I wish.
No, dean. I apply to be deans of like high schools all the time. Mm-hmm. And they're like, sir, you're not qualified for this. I'm like, yeah, but come on. And they're like, no. It's like, get some schooling, dummy.
Well, that's a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. I'm like, fine. Guess I won't be the dean.
So if you want 256 Kings to look up to you as the dean of discipline,
I mean, I won't look up to shit.
Yeah, well,
they'll just be like my goon. Like
Yeah.
when shit needs to be disciplined, they're disciplining it.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. They'd keep you in line. That's for goddamn sure.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Guys, that's Dawn of the Planet. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, am I? When do new episodes come out, Brayden?
Dude, every motherfucking Monday.
Every motherfucking Monday. But like, let's say like we just don't do an episode that week.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah.
Well, then what?
Yeah, it's not.
Then it's not, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's every motherfucking Monday unless it's not. I don't
Yeah.
know how else to say it, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Come back next week for War for the Planet of the Apes. I love you all very much.
Peace out.
Bitch, I'm from Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. When niggas get gunned down and left slump, what we do just for fucking round. This ain't the county for you bitches to come around. Okay, it's 5, 6, 1.